Happy Saturday. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Uh, I finally actually finished my June journal, so I thought we could do a little flip through. I might do it in two parts because, well, it's kind of long. This is my journal. I use an altered composition book. We did this little button spine, which I am still loving. There is a playlist on how I make these books. It's not this particular one, but how I make my altered composition books. And I'll make sure to link that down below. And I am loving it. So I made this little tassel. I don't think I did this with you guys. And it's not a tassel, it's a tie. Just used seam binding, crinkled seam binding from my scrap cabin shop. I think I think that's right. But at any rate, I'll link her down below as well. She's got beautiful crinkled seam binding, and you can buy packs of all different colors, and they're just wonderful. The value is definitely there. But I used orange, and then I just put on some little beads. One says love, this one's like a little piece of candy, and I tied those at the ends. These are some glass beads and a little glass mushroom. So yeah, I love my tie. I did not put a tassel or use a charm, a bookmark charm in this one, just because I had all the buttons and I had these fun things, just to switch it up. So at any rate, this book starts out, I've got 2 months in it. This is June and July. And it starts out, we did this fun, sparkly cover page. Let me see, I must have a piece of white paper, right? So you can see that a little better. I know it's super glary, but that is all sequins and glitter and some words that say, hello, sexy, it's June. And then there are all the sequins and the play bits, and I just think it's super fun when I open my journal. So that is there. I lined the front and back covers with this is Jane Davenport paper, and then in the back I made a pocket. Let's get all that out of the way, that's just extras. I made a pocket with some Art by Marlene paper, and this holds all my monthly stickers, so they're right here when I need them. And these stickers are available in my shop, also linked down below, Recreations by Brooke. And I make monthly stickers for my journal. I've been making them for years, but this year I've been going through and updating them and just brightening them up and changing some things, and they're just super fun. So if you need some journal stickers, you pop on over to Etsy and I bet we can hook you up. So there's that. That's what's in the back. And then this one just has a little tiny pocket right there. When I get down to one item left or just a little bit, I can tuck them right in there and keep them corralled. All right then. So here we go. This was, as I said, just my cover page. So it says that it's June, and that way I know. I should probably put the year in here too. That would be wise. And here we are on June 1st, and this was one of the composition book pages. I doodle, I paint, I draw, I glue in magazine pictures. I do all the things because white space is my enemy, in my journal anyway. And this was a lovely day. Used a Courtney Diaz Little Raven ink printable, and Mark spent the day cleaning toilets. Isn't that fun? And what else? Let's see. I was moving my journaling stuff outside to the porch for the summer, which was fun. And then Mark relaxed for a while with our visiting neighborhood kitty. And yes, it was the 1st of June, and he was wearing a heavy coat. It's been very chilly. It was partly sunny, but the high was only 63 that day. Then let's see, we'll scoot this over. On the 2nd, we went off to Augusta, the big city, for us anyway. And I went to Bath and Body Works because I'd been wanting to buy candles forever. And so I think I finally got to do that. Oh, and I had screwed up the schedule on getting my nails done, which I've done again. So there you go. But I went to cheat on my nail lady and got my nails done. And I even got a pedicure, which was exciting because I don't do that very often. And so that was fun. And we went to Michael's because they'd sent me one of those rewards, but they didn't have any matte medium in stock, and that's what I was looking. We stopped by Wendy's, there we go, for burgers to eat on the way home. It turns out, as I was journaling through here, we ate so much fast food this month. We don't usually do that, and it was kind of appalling to see how much we did eat. At any rate, I took the bag from Bath and Body Works and cut it down and left one of the little handles on it. And then I just put all of these bits of trim and ribbon and tulle, just things that were kind of hanging around where there wasn't much of it left. And I thought this was a great way to use it, so it looks fun sticking out of my journal. The third was, it was sunny and the high was 77. It was slightly warmer, but the breeze was still kind of cool. I did some recording, making the glittery page, as a matter of fact. And then, I did a lot of phone calls and things like that, which is not my favorite. And Danielle told me that I got to be in Lindy's live sale that following weekend, so that was exciting. The fourth was hot. It was 81, but at that point it had been so cool. 81 felt pretty toasty, and we still were experiencing the haze from the Canadian wildfires. It was National Donut Day. That's one of the stickers in my shop. It was a Wednesday. These stickers, the days and dates, are also in my Etsy shop. This little dandelion is mine because our lawn guy came and mowed down all the dandelions in the backyard, and boy, were there a lot of them. This guy kills me, the cucumber eye guy. I see him in the ads in magazines all the time, and actually he worked out really this day because Mark thought he finally needed glasses, and off he went to the eye doctor, and yeah, nope. He's got cataracts in both eyes, and that did not make him happy. He was rather crabby about that, the poor thing. So that was the fourth. The fifth was Thursday, and it was humid and very hot. It was 92 degrees, and with the humidity around here, that really builds up. Didn't do much that day because of the heat, and so the background, this is an Art by Marlene collage paper. And I'd had this drink cut out floating around forever. I just thought it was so pretty because of the orange and whatnot. And so I found a quote saying, according to chemistry, alcohol is a solution. Also Art by Marlene. And it went with my little cutout. So I decided that would be a good day to put it down. Looks like I did a bunch of sale prep. And I chatted with my friend Danielle, who helped me with some pricing. And I got an order from scrapbook.com. Love this postcard that came with it. And the back of this little business card, came with it. And on the back of it, it had the signature of the person who packed my order. So I thought that was cute. Little bit of ribbon or flower trim, not ribbon. I have no words today, apparently. And then this was Friday the 6th. It was rainy. Another one of my stickers. Just a whole bunch of journaling about what happened that day. I went to the library and got this little flyer about scales and tails. Yeah, I don't want to go to the library to see snakes and lizards and whatnot, but I think it's cool that they do all kinds of stuff like that. And I went to Walmart, picked up meds, as we do. I got this book that I had been looking for a long time. It's a Jane Davenport Fabulous Figures book, and I've been looking for it used. Finally found it. I was so excited. It came this day, and it was in super good shape. I was very happy with that purchase. And Mark was not feeling great, so he canceled his guitar lesson. And apparently our little friend, the skunk, came to visit. And once again, we had hamburgers for dinner. Oh, Mark, and the hamburgers. Oh, that's the wrong place. Then this was the 7th. It was rainy again. 62 was the low, 69 was the high. This was the 7th Saturday in a row that it rained. And I think at this point, today is Saturday and it's not raining, but boy, is it threatening. I think we ended up having like 10 Saturdays in a row, and then one Saturday was partly sunny, but 10 Saturdays in a row it rained. And here in Maine, that's unfortunate because we do depend on tourism, and a rainy day in Maine is not that fun, even in the summer. So this was the day that it was Lindy's sale. That was some good English. This was the day of Lindy's sale. Whole bunch of ladies participated. Well, ladies and a gentleman. And it was so fun. I was kind of nervous because this was the first time I was introducing my psychedelic summer line, which is all bright colors. If you've been around for a while, you know. But I was nervous because I hadn't done that before. I've always had sort of vintagey things and distressed things. So I have a unicorn here and this little cutout that says unicorn snot, which I guess is some kind of body glitter. But my inner critic was being troublematic. No, that's problematic. You guys, where are my words? Anyway, so the sale went really, really well. It was so much fun. And my favorite color now is really rainbow. So that was fun. Then the next day was Sunday. Yes, it rained again, high of 75. Danielle at Gypsy's Craft Nook talked me into doing another day of sales because we had so much fun the day before. So we strong-armed Johni at the Junk Journal shop, and we did a whole nother sale. Also super fun. Lots of old friends came by visiting and just having so much fun. And we had Subway for dinner. And the skunk was making the rounds that night again. He's crazy. We see him a lot. His name is Pepe. The 9th was a Monday. This is an Art by Marlene collage page that I actually bound into the journal. That's the background. It was overcast, breezy and cool. Low of 54, high of 69. And I guess it was really humid again. Oh, I spent most of the day invoicing and shipping from the sale. And I'm shedding, and there's a hair right there. And I can tell it's a long blonde hair. That's me. Whoops. And so, oh, I had an appointment to get my hair done. My very favorite hairdresser in the whole world had been out on maternity leave for quite some time. I couldn't find anyone that I liked as much as I liked Ashley. And I finally had an appointment with her. So I walked down. Her new salon is within walking distance. I walked down there. We had the best time. But my hair was such a nightmare. It took almost 4 hours for her to beat it into shape. And yeah, that was a long experience. But we had a super fun time. It was so good to catch up with her. Yep, and I said McDonald's for lunch. Boy, did we, well, that's not what I said, but we ate too much fast food this month. And that's me with my new hairstyle. So I like that. Oh, and our little chipmunk friend, Raj, came by, so that's always good. I like to keep up with the mutual of Omaha that is my yard. Tuesday the 10th was, yes, once again, it was rainy. 53 for a low, 60 for a high. I guess it was one of those days that's, cool but really humid, so it's kind of clammy and yuck. It's been like that all summer. I finished up all the packing and shipping from the sale, yay, and Mark made breakfast for dinner, which makes me happy because I love that. These are magazine cutouts. This is another one of those clouds that's in my shop, or it might have been a freebie in the Facebook group. Make sure to come over and join the Facebook group. I'll link it up there because you can get your own freebies as well. Fun stuff over there. There was a big fat strawberry moon that night, but not for us because it was too overcast, so we missed it. The 11th was, it was sunny and warm. That was a switch. It was 59 for a low and 77 for a high. I did go and get my nails done again because I was trying to get back on the right schedule with my nail gal. She is so busy that if you miss an appointment, too bad, so sad. You wait a month at least for another one. So I was trying to get back on a regular schedule with her. And so I went and got my nails done. It was super hazy still from the wildfires. And then let's see, I helped Mark do the grocery shopping, and we got this giant turkey sub to split for lunch. Here's the label from it. It was huge. I guess it must have been a foot long, but it seemed like it was longer than a foot because it was full of turkey and lettuce, and it was really good. So we did that, and then I went to the Dollar Tree and did a weird snack run because we always enjoy that. And I got these gummy candies for Mark. Let me put this back, maybe you can see it better. Um, they were, it was Kraft mac and cheese. Oscar Mayer was a little hot dog, and there was a Clausen pickle. And they looked just like those things, but they were fruit flavored. It was very strange. But Mark thought it was funny. He enjoyed them. So that was Wednesday, a quiet day pretty much, a few errands. Tuesday the 12th was partly sunny and it was kind of hot again. It was 61 for a low, 81 for a high. I had bought flowers a couple days before, and so I think it was when I went to Walmart earlier in the week, or the prior week. And so it was a good day to get out in the garden and plant all the flowers that I had purchased. The sun was in and out all day, and there was quite a strong breeze. And I worked on that, and oh boy, did I pull weeds. I pulled weeds and pulled weeds and pulled weeds, but it looked a whole lot better, so that was good. Mark made several trips to the dump. The jelly bean isn't big enough to hold all the garbage. That's what we call our car. And to hold the recycling at the same time. And even though it hadn't been that hot, the garbage was getting a little bit stinky in the garage. So he was a good guy and got rid of all that. When I came up out of the garden, Tori called, my daughter. We had a nice long catch up, and she's doing really well with her markets, and told me she's going back to Friends Camp for a session as a counselor. If you guys have been here for a while, you know that Tori used to go as a camper to Quaker Camp, which is Friends Camp, and she went as a camper for years and years. And then when she was in college, she was also being a counselor. Last year, no, the year before, when she graduated, she went in as the office manager for camp, and then she was office manager last year, and this year apparently she's just going back once as a counselor. She can't get enough of Quaker Camp. I think it's nice. We finished watching Hacks. That was a great series. I just love Jean Smart. If you guys haven't seen that, Jean Smart is a well, they call her a washed up comic, but she does a great job, and that whole show was just amazing. And I said that my brother's been struggling with his experimental COPD drugs. They put him on a trial and it was making him feel a whole lot better physically, but mentally not so much. He was pretty down, and they had told him that was going to be a side effect. And so he decided that he was not happy anywhere in the world unless he was in Florida deep sea fishing. So he went scooting down to the Keys and did some fishing with some friends. And so I was glad to see him enjoying himself. And apparently they had a really good day. So that is that. That was on that day. Friday the 13th, sunny again, but it was cool. 55 was the low, 71 was the high. The background of this page is a Jane Davenport napkin that I Mod Podge. Well, actually, I used Tim Holtz collage medium to put that down, and then just did some mermaid markers around. I drew in some dots and some stars with my Moonlight jelly rolls, and just kind of did some scribbling around. It was fun. It was Friday the 13th. We started watching the show Poker Face, and that was really good as well. We watched it for the whole series, and it ended up being very good. Apparently, they have one more either in production or just not scheduled up yet, but hopefully they will put it on for us to watch because the last one was kind of a cliffhanger. I want to see what happened. I did have a long chat with my sister, and that was nice. I missed a call from Olivia, but I spoke to my sister for almost 2 hours, and I just didn't have any more phone chat in me. And 8:29, and it was still light. We were enjoying that. The 14th was Saturday. It was sunny and cool. 52 for the low, 68 for the high. And I guess I was sorting my meds out and feeling crabby about it, putting them in their little containers. Seems like I do that all the time, and it's boring. This was Flag Day. It was also a No Kings protest, which I was very pleased to see. The protests were really well attended and widespread. I won't even go into all that. I think we'll just move along. Tori and her partner Paige did a market at the Boston Pride Day, and I asked for a picture, and so she sends me this picture of Paige where she's all distorted and weird looking and tattooed right up. I don't really get it, but I was a little concerned about them being there because I know there were some violent protests going on and whatever, but they had a great day, and I was happy to get at least one picture. 15th was Sunday, and it was Father's Day. This is a piece of neon paper that was bound into the book, and let's see. Oh, all kinds of stuff happened, but not really. It started out sunny, but got a little overcast. 49 was the low, 70 was the high. I had made some deviled eggs to go to my sister's for a barbecue, but Mark really didn't feel like socializing. Father's Day is not his favorite holiday. So we just hung around here. He ate so many deviled eggs, so many deviled eggs. And so that's probably why he had wanted Thai food for dinner. And apparently we didn't think about it because he was full of eggs. And by the time we went to order, it was too late. So we had no food in the house except for a few deviled eggs. So we ended up ordering KFC. That was all that was left, delivering. And so that was his Father's Day dinner. That was a bummer. I did record my haul from Danielle at Gypsy's Craft Nook. And one of the things were these Moonlight jelly rolls, which I love. You guys, these pens are amazing. Get in touch with Danielle, also linked down below, and I bet she can hook you up. Her prices are fabulous, but that's what this is. This real neon bright. It's almost dimensional. I'm really enjoying those pens a lot. And I put in my washi tape to denote that I recorded. And this was a page from a magazine that I just made into a pocket because, well, we were homebodies that day. And it was an immersive art experience. Then just some butterflies. Danielle sent me this one in Happy Mail. And these I think I had from a million years ago. Again, white space is my enemy. So I think I will stop here. The 16th is not done because I'm going to do something fun in there. That's the only page that isn't done. But I think I'll stop there because we've been going for a while and I have no words apparently. So maybe when I come back, I'll have myself together. So thanks so much, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm done with this. No more talking for me. Thanks for hanging around. I'll see you again real soon and have a wonderful weekend. Bye.